reason I start recording this is because I am the #1 anti-fan of the romance novel books. Because in 95% of the cases, I feel disappointed and betrayed after reading this. Maybe because sometimes I rely a little bit too much on TikTok recommendations, and sometimes they can be like about toxic relationships. Yeah, I mean, or at least I need sometimes to, read annotations before buying books. How I ended up reading this? Because one of you recommended me and said that I wouldn't be disappointed. And I'm like, well, let's give it a ride. I mean, if someone recommends me something and say that I would love it, I believe people too much and I did it. And I'm like 100 pages in and I am involved. It's better than the movies from Lynn Painter. The story is about the girl, Liz, who will have her prom in 2 weeks, and she has this, neighbor, like childhood neighbor, who she hates, and whatever, she thinks that he hates her too, because they are always arguing about the parking slot, like between their houses, okay? And 2 weeks before the prom, her childhood crush is getting transferred to the school which she is finishing, okay? And she has this plan to get stuck with him, to get into some kind of relationships and with this Michael, okay, we'll call him Michael. And the childhood friend has a name like Wes, or Wessie, it's like his nickname. I like it so much. She has a plan and she starts fake dating this neighbor, Thor. They hate each other, okay? They hate each other. What he is getting from this, agreement is that he will get this parking slot that they are arguing about forever. And she will get the guy, because they're kind of friends with this Wes. So at least they are boys, they have more in common. They go to basketball plays, they have the same parties, same talks about the girls, and so on and so on. Should I say already that I am involved and I am #1 fan of the Wes Bennett? This guy, this neighborhood guy, he bought her Chuck Taylors just because she is on the low with the money, and he just gifted it to her. And he helped her to pick an outfit for the event that they are attending, like the basketball play, where this Michael will be. He gave her fashion advice, sis, okay? And the reason why it's called Better Than the Movies, because Liz, our main, female main character, she is in love with the rom-coms, the classic one, How Harry Met Sally, that she, 10 Things I Hate About You, and so on, so on, so on. Everything you can imagine as a rom-com from 2000s, that's it. She is a fan and she watched everything 10 times. So she's theoretical expert in love and in some romantic moments. So she's this hopeless romantic girl, type of girl. Should I say something more? God, I love it. I don't know what will be next, okay? I'm not sure. From the beginning of the book, I thought, wow, okay, it's, again, cliche. But God, the way I smile when they have an interaction between this Liz and the Wes, I'm 100% invested, and I'm the #1 fan, guys, you're not fake dating. I would better be joking about the way I giggle every time they have some kind of interaction. Because my mouth widens every time more and more, and I don't know how much it can widen more. without getting hurt. But this man, the most cliche movement that he could do, because I was impressed. So she wears his sweatshirts and it's too big for her, and it somehow and shows her belly button. And Wes took a handful of my waistband and wrapped it around his hand, pulling it higher so my belly button was entirely covered. Lee's clothes are falling off, so it's time for us to leave. I froze when I felt Wes' hands on my skin. I looked at his face and he looked down at me and I felt off kilter. I also felt off kilter, okay? Am I asking for that much? Dear Lord! I'm turning 20 this year, and it's like the year when I realized the biggest green flag in guys, or like in people in total, when they have a potential to charm my parents, who are really the mission impossible to impress my parents with someone personality. Of course, if it's not me, but he behaves with her stepmom as the biggest like golden retriever I ever met, and I love this energy. I love it so much. You know what happened next? She says, and I quote, "You smell really good, but it isn't your usual scent. Don't act like I'm weird. Your normal cologne is kind of like piney, but tonight you smell more, I don't know, spicy." And then, listen, the image of him shirtless and putting on deodorant popped into my head, and I teared my throat, sending it away. And he says, this motherfucker answers, "Holy shit, Liz Bauxman knows my scent." Oh, the way down we go. You know, Wes Bennett really has the potential to become one of my favorite bookish men. I found +1 green flag. You know what? He said that she should see what someone texted him, because he doesn't drive and text at the same time. And you know what he did? When she asked him a passcode, he just gave her it and said, "I have no secrets." And I think here should be a continuation. "I have no secrets from you, except I like you so much." I'm sure he is in love with her since like childhood. I am pretty sure about that. It's like 11 p.m. and I'm not joking. I'm already almost on page 200 out of like 350. And I swear I'm laughing out loud a lot, and I'm enjoying the story so much, and I'm marking Wes Bennett green flags further and further. The guy who can actually talk about his feeling and emotionally support you in difficult situation and support your grief about your dead parent. It's a lot. But Liz, God, I think she is the character who actually invented the definition of word delusional. There were situations when they were on this basketball court. She was hit by the ball, like occasionally, and she almost broke her nose. This Michael, so the one she's trying to hit on, he took her number from Wes, and he just casually wrote her to know if she's all right, if she's okay. And after that, he said like, so it's something like with my pizza in the oven, so I will text you later. Every time she thinks that he's making a move towards her, she's just making it all up. The Lulu girl, you know? It's so obvious because there is such a great comparison with the Wes Bennett, who always is up for her. She called him in the night and he picked it up. He's always there for her if she needs some help, she needs some support and so on. And that's, you already like, if you haven't already made a choice in favor of Wes Bennett, like, how are you reading this book? It's kind of rare when I appreciate and love a male main character so much. So unproblematic one. Love him. But I hope that I will stop for today at the end of the chapter. I'm not sure about myself but yeah, I really need to go to sleep because in continuation of the hospital situation, he was not Michael, not anyone else there on this fucking basketball court. He was the one who took her to the ER, to the hospital, who told her to call her parents. He is the guy, and it's obvious for me. But it's not obvious for her. She still thinks that, well, it's like, I still think dating. We are hitting on this get Michael plan. Girl, why you need Michael when you have this, like, treasure in your hands? You genuinely believe that I went to bed after the last piece of video that you've seen? No, I didn't. I read it till the end in one sitting. And I have zero regrets, except of my poofy eyes in the morning, but still it's fine. I cannot even get close to the explanation how much I enjoy the rest of the book and the book in total. I'm genuinely always against the drama in last, 100 pages, but in this case it was okay. I think I love this book because of, first of all, Wes Bennett. I didn't like the female character at all. For me, she was a little bit clueless, a little bit too much delusional. She's definitely not my type of girl. Therefore, sometimes the things she did and the decisions she made was a little bit too stupid for me. But this man, he carried this book from the beginning till the end. And moreover, after I read this till the end, I found the 1.5, like the novel, which is like 20 pages long. It's called Better Than the Prom, and it's from the POV of Wes, what happened on the prom and after the prom and God. This guy, I would love to see the book from his perspective, because this guy, as I said, he was really obsessed with her since the childhood. The moment they met in the second grade or something, the way he thinks about her, says every detail of what she is doing, what she's wearing, how she is what makes her, like how she dresses. When I have seen how they solve the parking situation and when she knows the truth, I was like, if before I was sure for this man for 100%, now I'm sure for 120 or 200. I genuinely loved, I enjoyed, it was cute, there were no spicy scenes, but the tension they carried, it was worth everything. It was worth the waiting. I've seen the TikTok that the author publishes in next fall, I think, the sequel that's called Nothing Like the Movies. So it will be dual POV when they are already in the University of California. So it's the sequel, and I'm really looking forward to read about it. Oh, this book, it was on time, in time, I don't know, maybe if I read it in some other point of my life, I wouldn't enjoy it so much, but I really needed this blast of energy, blast of good vibes, healthy relationships, great attitude towards a girl. I hope you enjoyed this format. You can write about it in the comments section. You also can subscribe to my Telegram channel, and my other social medias are also in the link below, so you can also look through and subscribe to whatever you want. And yeah, I hope to see you in next videos, and yeah, see you in a while. Bye.